Hello everyone. Today we are going to continue from last class that about algebra, and today we are going to do that polynomial. And yesterday we are talking about the meaning of algebra and then the meaning of algebraic expression. Algebraic expression. Okay. Example of this algebraic expression will be like this: ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d, or some example will be like this: a to the power minus 3 then plus b by x plus something. Okay. Now in algebraic expression, the power of this x, yesterday we are talking about variables x, then here also variable. Then in algebraic expression we study the power of variable should be positive or some are negative. Some are positive and some are negative. But in this polynomial, the polynomial we study here is only for a positive power. Only for the power of the variable should always be positive. Always be positive. Then that will be the polynomial. The polynomial is the study of algebraic expression only for a non-negative power. Non-negative power of variables. That will be the polynomial. Polynomial means the study of algebraic expression only for a non-negative power of variables. If the power variable will be x, then that will be no more a polynomial. Okay, let's look at the definition of polynomial. Polynomial. Polynomial means the algebraic expression. Algebraic expression with a non-negative power of variables. That will be the polynomial. Then if the variables will be negative, if the power variables will be negative, then that will be, it's not a polynomial. Okay, example: ax squared then plus bx plus c. Then this here, the power here is positive and the power here also is positive. Then this is a polynomial. Then if ax to the power minus 2, then plus bx plus c. Now here the power here is negative, then this is not polynomial. Okay, then we'll do the types of polynomial. Then we'll continue on this. Okay, types of polynomial. Types of polynomial. Okay. Types of polynomial are: number 1, there are constant polynomial. Okay, I'll start first with 0. Zero polynomial. Then what is this of zero polynomial? Okay, remember polynomial is always written in this form: p of x. Now this p stands for This P stands for polynomial, then this X will be the variable. Okay, then P of X means polynomial of variable X. Now zero polynomial means if the variable, if this X, this variable. Zero polynomials mean if P of X is equal to 0, whatever the value of X, the polynomial is always be 0, then that will be called as zero polynomial. But if we got here some value, example we got here 1 or 2 or 3 or what number it is, then that will be not a zero polynomial. But whenever we put here we got 0, then that will be a zero polynomial. Okay. What is a zero polynomial? If the whole polynomial is equal to 0, then that will be called as zero polynomial. And then this degree of zero polynomial. Degree of zero polynomial. Degree of zero polynomial is undefined. Degree of zero polynomial is undefined. We will know what is the degree of polynomial later. Okay, now come to number 2. Number 2. Okay, constant polynomial. Constant polynomial. Okay, this will be if P of X is always equal to constant. What's the meaning of this? Mean whatever we put the value of X. Mean whatever the value of X means for all X. For all X belong to real number. For all X belong to real number. What mean this? X mean all the value of X, whatever value of X, example X is equal to 1, or X is equal to 2, or X is equal to minus 1, or whatever the value of X, if you put X is equal to 0, but still we get a constant. Constant means as yesterday or last class we only showed you constant. Constant means fixed number. Constant means fixed number. What's the constant polynomial? If P of X is equal to constant, what means P of X means what's the value of X? For all X belong to R, this R is real number. Whatever the value of X you put here, you put 0 or 1 or 2, whatever number it is, you'll get constant. The value does not change. Then that we call as constant polynomial. Constant polynomial. And this one, degree. Degree here will be degree of what? Degree of polynomial. Degree of polynomial is 0. So here the degree of polynomial is undefined, and here the degree of polynomial is 0. Then we come to number 3. Number 3, linear polynomial. Linear polynomial. And this one, linear polynomial means if P of X is equal to, okay, I will write it if, I'll just put with example. Example, this P of X is equal to AX plus B. Example. Example AX plus B. Okay, where A and B is a constant, but X here is a variable. But here, the power of x is always equal to 1. Means if power of variable is always equal to 1. If the power of variable is always equal to 1, then only we call as linear polynomial. And if the power of variable is 0, then it will be a constant. Then if the power of variables will be 1, then it will be called as linear polynomial. And here was the degree. Degree here is equal to 1. It is linear. You study in next part after polynomial. Then we'll do this linear. Then now come to number 4. Okay, number 4. Now linear, we finished. Undefined 0, 1. Now come to quadratic. Quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial. Yeah, what is a quadratic polynomial? If power of variables, if power of what? Power of variables. If power of variable is equal to 2. Is equal to 2. Now here, if the power of variables will be 1, then it is a linear. And if the power will be 2, then it is a quadratic. And here will be example. P of x is equal to ax squared. Then plus bx plus c. Now here, what is the power here? 2. There was a power here, 1. But quadratic polynomial means the highest power. If the highest power will be 2, then it will be quadratic. If the highest power will be 3, then it will be a cubic. Then what's the degree here? Degree here will be 2. Then number 5. Cubic polynomial. Cubic polynomial. Then this will be, if the power variable will be 3. That is, okay, I'll write that way. If degree is equal to 3. If degree will be equal to 3, okay, example, I'll give an example. P of x is equal to, I'll write with number 2x cubed plus x squared, then plus 3x plus 4. Now what is the power here? 3. Then if the highest power is 3, then that will be called as cubic. Okay, then last one, according to syllabus, that will be biquadratic. Biquadratic polynomial. Now what about this one? You can guess. Biquadratic. If degree is equal to undefined, then this is called 0 polynomial. And if degree is equal to 0, then this is called constant polynomial. Then if degree is equal to 1, then this will be called as linear. Then if degree is equal to 2, then this will be quadratic. Then if degree is equal to 3, then this will be cubic. Then if degree is equal to 4, then that will be called as biquadratic. Okay, if degree is equal to 4, then this will be a biquadratic. Example, P of x, polynomial of variable x. Okay, I put the same example, but I just changed the power. 2x to the power 4 plus x cubed plus 3x squared plus let me add 5 here, or minus 5x minus 6 example. Now here was the highest power 4. Then this will be a biquadratic. Look, if the degree will be 0, then that will be only 1/10. Okay, I'll write like this. Alright, I'll write it. Okay, now this D stands for degree of what? Degree of polynomial. Now if degree is equal to 0, then here will be constitute only 1/10. That will has only 1/10. If the degree will be 1, then here we'll have 2/10. Then here we'll have 3/10. Okay, 2/10, 3/10, and here will be 4/10. And here will be 5/10. So what's the meaning of 1/10? Example like this. P of x is equal to 1. Here is only 1. So that will be a 1/10. And here P of x I can write as 2x plus 3. How many 10 here? 1, 2. That will be 2/10. Okay. Then next, P of x, here will be 3/10, then P of x I can write as, what's the degree here 2? I can write here 3x squared plus 4x plus something, okay, I'll put 1. Now here how many 10? 1, 2, 3. Then here will be 4/10, and 4/10 will be P of x, example that will be, okay, 3x squared that will increase, then 4x plus x, 10 plus 6. How many 10? 1, 2, 3, 4. And similarly for this, we'll be having 5/10. Here was the degree? Degree 3 here. Degree 3, then here will be 2, then here will be 1. Okay, what about this? This one will be, okay, let me put here minus 2x to the power 4, then plus blah blah up to how many? 5/10. Okay, those polynomial which has only 1/10. Those polynomials which has only 1/10, then this will be called as monomial. Monomial. A polynomial which has only 1/10, then that will be monomial. Then here how many 10? 2, then that will be binomial. Then this will be having 3/10, this will be trinomial. And don't confuse what is a monomial, what is a binomial, and what is a trinomial. A monomial is a polynomial which has, okay, it is a polynomial. Monomial means a polynomial which has how many terms? Which has how many terms? Which has how many terms? It is a polynomial which has only 1/10. Okay, then binomial, a polynomial which has 2 terms. Then trinomial which has 3 terms. Okay, and don't confuse this because when we will solve the exercise, then we'll make use of this. Okay, and let's remember when the degree is equal to 0, then it has only 1/10. So the degree is equal to 1, it has 2/10. When the degree will be 2, then it has 3/10. The degree will be 3, then it has 4/10. The degree will be 4, it has 5/10. Okay, I brought this one. Then we'll come to the next part. Okay, now we have been talking about degree. Degree every time. Degree. Now we have degree of polynomial. What it is? Degree of polynomial. Okay. What's degree polynomial? The highest power. The highest power of variables. The highest power of variables in polynomial equation. In a polynomial equation. The highest power of a variable in a polynomial equation is called degree. Degree of polynomial. Degree of polynomial. Okay, the highest power, the power which is the greatest one. Okay, of what? Of variable. What is this variable? Last class we are talking about this variable. Variables mean a number that keep on changing. A number that keep on changing. As example be given by denoted by x, y, z, etc. Okay, the highest power variable in a polynomial equation is called degree of polynomial. Okay, example right here. 2x plus 1. What's the degree here? Okay, let's define out this. 3x squared plus 6. What's the degree here? Let me define right here. 4x cubed plus 3x squared plus 6x plus 5. What's the degree here? To here. Which one is the highest power? Here will be 1. Then here there is no x. That means, it doesn't mean that there is no x. X will be there, but x to the power 0. Then x to the power 0, you have always studied in class 7. Anything to the power 0 will be equal to 1. That's why I don't put here x to the power 0. Then here, what's the highest power? 1. Then that will be, what's the degree of this polynomial? 1. Then here, what's the highest power? What's the highest power here? 2. Then I put here 2. What's the highest power here? 3. Then this is, if they ask, right, what is the degree of polynomial of this? Degree of polynomial will be 1. Degree of polynomial for this will be 2. Then here what's the highest? Here 2 also is there. 1 also is there. But which one is highest? This 3 is the highest, and this will be the degree of polynomial. This will be the example. Okay. Now condition. Okay, this one you need to remember. Okay, remember. Condition for an algebraic expression. Algebraic expression to be a polynomial. To be a polynomial. Okay, number 1. This we have to remember. First you have to remember the power of variables. The power of variables. The power of variable should always be positive. It should never be negative. If it is negative, then it is not a polynomial. But if it is a positive, then it is a polynomial. Okay, number 2. Then one more. Variable it should not be under root. Okay, mean like this and right. The power of variables. The power of variable should not be in fraction. Example like this. Mean x to the power 1 by 2. Then this is, if you got like this example, if x to the power 1 by 2 or x to the power 1 by 3, then if like this power, then this is not a polynomial. Then this one we can write as root x, or this one we can write as cube root x. Then if we got like this, x is under root or variable is under root, then this is not a polynomial. Then this will be not a polynomial. Okay. Then power variable should always be positive, it should not be negative. If it is negative, then it's not a polynomial. Then if the power variable should also not be in fraction or in radical form. What is this called? This will be called as radical. These two things you have to keep in mind so that we can check whether the equation is a polynomial or not. Okay. Then we will come to next. Okay, we'll look at this example. Which one of the following is not a polynomial? Okay, from here, is this a polynomial or not? Look here. Now this 2 is a constant, then this root 5 also is a constant. Remember, for constant, it doesn't matter. For constant, it doesn't matter whether they are in fraction or radical. Okay. For constant, it doesn't matter whether they are in fraction or radical. The polynomial will remain polynomial. But only we have to check is for variables. Now what's the power here? Positive or negative? Here the power of x is positive. Then this constant, you don't need to check, just check the variable. Then the power of x here is positive, then this is a polynomial. Polynomial. Okay, example this one. Here is there any x? Is there any variable? Here there is no variable. But whether if it is a variable or not, this will be still a polynomial. Even if you just got 0 here also, that is still a polynomial. Then 7 also will be a polynomial. Then here, look, this x, now this variable is under root, or in terms it is in radical form, then this is not polynomial. Then here, x plus 7 by x plus 1, is this a polynomial or not? Here the power is positive, and here the power also is positive, but exactly this is not a polynomial, because this we can write like this. X to the power 1 is a positive, plus 7, but this x from denominator, we have to take it up. That will be, this plus we will change to minus. Then it will become plus 1. Now the power of variable is negative. Then this is not a polynomial. This is not a polynomial. And similar, what about this one? Now this one and this one are looking the same. This d and e. Okay, x to the power 1 plus 7 by x to the power 1 plus 1. Then here I said it is not a polynomial. But what about this one? Is this a polynomial or not a polynomial? Look, this one. Here we can do like this. Multiplying throughout by x. Okay, multiplying throughout by x. If I multiply this, multiply here x into x. Then here also 7 by x into x. Then plus 1 into x. Then here 0 into x. Now multiply throughout by x. You've got here x into x, x squared, then x and x cancel, then we've got here 7, then plus 1 into x will be x, then this is equal to 0. Now is this a polynomial or not a polynomial? Now what's the power here? Positive, what's the power here? Positive. There is no negative and no radical. Then this is polynomial. But this one is not a polynomial because here we cannot multiply throughout. Because here there is no equating to 0. But this one, okay, then what about this two? This again similar to E. Then obviously this will be a polynomial. Then this one will be similar to number D, then this will be not polynomial. Because this x again, if you take up, it will change to this x here is power 1. Then if we take again the raise to the numerator, this positive here will change to negative. This positive will change to negative. Then the power of variable is negative. Then it is not a polynomial. Okay, now come to next coefficient. Now look, from coefficient in general is a constant number. Look here, in this example, now this x will be, you consider this x will be the variables. What is this x? Variables. Then this a here, a, b and c will be the constant number. Now this x square here. Coefficient. The coefficient means the number or a constant number which is combining with. Coefficient means a constant number which is combining together with the variables. Combining together with the variables by the operation multiply. Okay, now look here. Coefficient means it is a constant number. Okay, look here. Now here x is the variables. Then what is the coefficient of this x square? The coefficient of this x square will be a constant number. What is the coefficient? Constant number which is combining together with the variables. Now what's the variable here? X square. Then x square is the variable. X square here is a variable. Then a will be the constant. Then this a will be called as the coefficient of x square. Then this b will be the coefficient of x. But this c here there is no variable. Then this c will be as a constant term. Because this c is not combined with variable, then this c will be as constant term. But this b will be a coefficient of x, then a is coefficient of x square. Here, like this. A is this a. Now a is a coefficient of x square. And here b is coefficient of x. Okay, now look here. Example. What is the coefficient of x? Here, example, coefficient of x will be. What's the coefficient of x? Coefficient of x will be -4. Here is a minus. Coefficient of x. Okay. Coefficient of x. This will be -4. Then coefficient of x squared. This will be 3. Then a constant term will be 9. Then this will be the constant term. Then, okay, and if I like that, what's the coefficient of x squared? Coefficient of x squared. Coefficient of x squared here will be 4ab. 4ab. Then here was the coefficient of x. Coefficient of x will be 3ab. Then this ab will be the constant term. But if I change here, what is the coefficient of 3bx? Coefficient 3bx. Quotient of 3bx. Quotient of 3bx, then the answer will be A. Quotient of 3bx will be A. Okay, mainly we'll consider x as divisible, then the quotient will be 4ab, 3ab, then here will be 3 is the quotient of x squared, then minus 4 will be the quotient of x, and 9 will be the constant 10. Okay, then there will be homework. HW from exercise 2A, that is chapter 2 of MBOSE textbook. Now this will be your HW, and do practice this exercise 2A. Now this will be, because in that exercise we get which of following will be a polynomial, we already shown. Then write the degree of polynomial, that also we already do. Then coefficient of x also we already do. Okay. Thank you for today.